Hello, hello, hello. By my clock, it is 6 o'clock. Clapping for the start of the stream. Welcome, everyone. We have a bunch of people in the chat already, but before we do anything, I see that Walter, Country 3D, is in the chat. Congratulations, Walter, on 1,000 subscribers. Very well done, very much deserved. I'm glad that you made it. That is awesome. So, before we get started, let's see. We got Mad Mike, Walter, of course, Robert Reynolds, Techie Dad, Ugly from Pakistan, welcome. Patrick Negenhoff, I'll never get that one. Marcelo is here, Sergio is here, welcome. Jake from State Farm, 3D Printing Llama Tom is here, Ben from Craig 3D Printing Space, L3D Maker is here, Michael Cassell is here, Chad Williams is here, and Norm just got here. Hello. So, Snappy time, day 2. So there was a few events that happened. So, I was out of cable chain mounts, right? I think I was short one. But now I was kind of looking at the thing. I don't know that I was actually short one. So we'll figure that out in a minute. But I did happen to look at the guide right after the stream yesterday, and I got to thinking, and of course I lost that. I got to thinking, well, I need a bearing for the extruder idler, right? And I have a bunch of different bearings, but I got to looking at the one that it required, and it's a 686, which is kind of an odd size. That's 6mm bore, 13 outer, 5mm high. Well, I didn't have a 686. But I don't even know what the number is. I have 5mm bore, 12mm outside, 5mm high. So that kind of puts us into a pinch. But they also don't tell you what size the extruder gear they want, because there's a couple different sizes of those. So what I did was I printed collar to go around that bearing to increase it 1mm out of PETG. And here it is. Let's go ahead and go to table. So basically, I just increased the outer diameter 1mm. For a Snappy, it will probably do until I can get another one of these bearings, until I get a little bigger bearing. But I can also increase the size of that extruder gear by using one of the other ones I have. I think we'll be fine. So we'll go on from there and see what happens. So pretty much other than that, we're exactly where we left off yesterday. Actually made it before the start, nice. Yes, please everyone congratulate Walter. Robot Hut is here, hello. It'll make a benchy, that's right. We'll make it, we'll force it. Got the Trunks X1 Flash, hello Brian C. Steven the Lightspeed, what's going on? Drones are us. Did I already say hello? Hello. Martin, 3DP Iceland. Hello. Okay, so next thing up, we need to put this idler together. So hopefully there's no hammering or any of that good stuff on this stream to eat up all of our build time. I do fully intend to get everything built today. Maybe not completely wired up, but I think it will be a full machine at the end of today's stream. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting print. It will be. It is a really unique design, I have to say. They put a lot of thought into this. No wonder there's 3 versions, because it would have taken them that long. So there's your idler piece with my makeshift spacer on there. Might have to smooth it out a little bit, but it's actually quite a bit rougher than the smooth bearing would be, so I don't know why it wouldn't grip the filament just fine. It probably will. So that's done. Yep. Did I put it together even the right way that they wanted? No, but I bet you it'll still fit in there. Okay, extruder gear. Here's the motor. We're going to go with an 8mm to start. I do have some 11s, I believe. What's up, Robbie Mac? So let's see. I got some 8s, I got some 7s, and I got some 11s. So one of these is going to have to work. Let's start with an 8. I can find a key that'll fit it. Voltron legs. Well, somebody said Transformers, multicolored Transformer or something yesterday. Back for more. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Day two. I thought we got quite a bit done yesterday. I was pretty proud of this. I think that works pretty nice. This setup, I can see how it holds a glass sheet. I think we'll just start with a glass sheet and some glue stick. But there are some other parts from the other builds that are intended to hold a heated bed. So maybe late day 3, depending on how today goes, or Sunday maybe we'll mess with the heated bed or something. Okay. J-head extruder. Well, you know what? I have to build this hot end. I don't think it is completely secured. Here are hot end parts. Matt, how I do it is here. Hello, how are you? This is the V6 that I swapped out, that came stock with the that machine that I swapped out with the Mosquito. So it has had plastic through it, but not very much. Just a couple of prints. How do we want to... Well, I guess it just kind of spins around. We don't really care which way it faces. Yo! Who's been messing with this? Couldn't have been me. It's upside down. Riley Lamore is here. Jeff is here. K-Cam subscribed. I'm guessing that is James's K-Cam. Thank you, K. I'm already losing stuff. Why didn't I just bring this over here? You got a flu shot and now you have the flu? That's not supposed to happen. Hey, Kay. Casa del Wackos, Tony is here. I'm using the 3-in-1 on this one. It's got PTFE in it. Seems to be working okay so far. James is driving but listening. Hey, James. What did I do with the grub screw for this thing? Hopefully I was smart and I put it back in this little bag.
You rock the Chris Riley.
Thank you, Walter. Is that my payment for rallying your sub count? Just kidding. I'm not paid by Walter. But that tip is much appreciated. Thank you, Walter. The Chris Riley. Bo is here. Hello. Talios 944. Good morning. I'm guessing I get to use my stock fan and all that good stuff. These haven't been stripped for anything, but that's okay. That was between us. You know what? I really haven't thought about... I've got a couple of power supplies. I really never thought about what power supply I should use. I guess if it's not heated, I could splice in pretty much anything, huh? Josh, Alien 3D is here. Hello. Nope. There it is. Producer shipped me a second MK3. Will be here Friday. Now the question. Oh, I say build it as soon as possible. No time like the present. I got a. Oh no, those are. I got one for the fans as well. Awesome. Oh, cool. I'm gonna have fancy plugs on this and everything. It's gonna be awesome. There we go. Fan. Now, I'm guessing they do expect you to use your stock, because this is a J type. Yeah, they have a duct for part cooling, but they do want you to use your stock holder for your hot end fan. No problem. My MK3 made it, I think I had it 4 days before I had to break down and build it. James, go ahead. I will do my best. If I can't answer it, somebody in the chat probably can. A lot of sharp people in here. Mr. Butcher is here. Hello, Ryan. I think those are way too long for, well, don't ever doubt the people at E3D. They know what they're doing. Yes, Matt, I do. There will be a follow-up video on 2130s, and it will show you how to navigate 1.9 and get the 2130 set up, and you can keep your LCD screen and SD card reader. I have tested it, and it works quite well. Quite well. Okay, hot end is set up. I'm kind of... We'll see where there's room for that. That might be a post install. All right, what am I supposed to do here? That's the bracket. So it just kind of slides in, eh? Is that even big enough for 175? 3D printing world is here. Hello. There it is. Part cooling, they intend for you to use just a regular 40 millimeter by 10 fan that sets in this thing. That's what we're going to start with. Here it is right there. That's what we're going to start with. But if this actually turns out decent, we probably ought to consider switching it to a blower type. Because those, as you all probably know, those 40 millimeters really don't kick out a lot of air. All right. Well, looks like it fits. Okay. And there's like a little cage that goes down over that. Oh, it holds the extruder motor in. Okay. Your a Sony of your own? Is that what you're thinking of? No, John, none of the parts require support, and they will all fit on 150 millimeters. All right, Walter, we'll be here for a little while. Okay. Okay, MK8 Gen L. So I don't know what they mean by trinamic ready. So that's my first question. I don't have, personally, any experience with Gen L. I have some MKS boards. I don't have one of those. Now, again, trinamic ready, anything that has SPI available is technically trinamic. I mean, anything that can accept a stepper driver basically is trinamic ready. Now, do you want to use all the super smart stuff, right? The like in-stopless homing and things like that? Then you'll have to have an SPI connection. But I would guess almost every board has that connection. I could be wrong. So I would say they're all trinamic ready, personally. If they're not, I'm not sure what they're talking about. So unfortunately, that wasn't a very good answer, but that's all I got. This isn't anything close to what the picture's like. And it's probably because it's an E3D V6 instead. I don't know why they would want you to route that up and over. Sorry, I'm looking here. All right. They have an odd wire routing diagram here. .2208s, I would have to look at the data sheet. I don't think 2208s have stall guard. I think that's the biggest difference. That's how you do the in-stopless homing. I think that's the big advantage to 2130s. But I'd have to look at the sheet to tell you 100%. I don't remember. But you can install 2130s just like 2208s, but you have to solder them in such a way. So it's not that you can't run them like that. You can run 2130s just like a 2208, just not with all the fancy pants stuff. Oh, so they mean it's Trinamic ready because it's got replaceable drivers. Okay. Then yes, that's Trinamic ready, I guess. Right, you'll still have to make a harness for the SPI and figure all that stuff out. Pick pins and all that kind of stuff. Right, you can, yeah, the way I set it up, you can use it all without messing up the LCD now. Yes, it's a mess. It's a wiring mess. It really is. You'd really have to plan your configuration out really well. I don't know. You'd have to plan your configuration out pretty well to do it and not make a total mess of it. You'll see. You'll see what I'm talking about. Crash detection, it will do it, right? The drivers are capable of doing it, but I don't know of any of the software that is smart enough to do it like Prusa does it. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to say you can't do that unless you could figure out how to use Prusa's software. I'm missing a ton of chat. Yeah, 2208s are great. They're standalone. I believe you can solder them to do Stealth Chop. Well, I think you can, if you solder them correctly and jump them right, I think you can go into spread cycle on a 2208. So it just depends on which way you solder them. Okay, that's what got you on part cooling? I'm missing stuff. Hey, Brian, how's it going? John is here, hello. Yeah, James, I mean, you could get 2130s to work, but you're not going to get all the magic and stuff that the Prusa firmware does. You're not going to get all of it. You can get in-stopless homing easy enough, and the super quiet mode. Stuff with China, anything goes. Go to Duet, there you go. They got 2660s on them, which are also nice. .22.8 you can switch between on serial as well. Hey Kathy, how are you? Silvio is here, hello. We're doing. Any chance to increase the build size? You probably could. You'd have to remodel the parts. Yeah, Murph's going to be a good time. I'm doing well. We didn't Snappy it in half yet. Soft cereal, gotcha. Okay, where are we? We need the little cage thing. That extruder gear looks a little small to me. Will it fit the 11 millimeters? I think I like 11 better. Let's switch to 11. Trying to line this up. I should get a piece of filament and do this correctly instead of eyeballing it. There we go. And until it becomes too heavy to move. You could just keep printing rails. That's true. All right, where's that cage thing? Cage thing, cage thing. There it is. Snap, snap, snap. All right. We're making progress. They want me to put my idler arm on here. It sets in here. What? Oh, ho, ho. The V6 part is much different than the J-type. It goes in first on the V6 type. Is that going to hit anything? I don't think so. I think it'll work. I don't know. It's not the perfect setup. It's not really lined up all that well. Not lined up as good as I would like it to be. We'll give it a try. Okay. Starscream. The extruder body and everything is it's direct drive. I'm using an MK11 extruder gear. It's all printed, and the firmware is provided by the creator of this printer. So it's a version tailored for this. All right, so some sort of idler screw. Here's this. Simplistic, but I like it. I don't know if that'll ever extrude anything or not. I keep throwing that same piece of filament on the floor. It rides right on the edge. It might do it. It might do it. Could be. There's not much distance in between there. Mystery Manny, Mr. Manny, hello, how are you? Aaron F is here, hey. How awesomely pointless this build is, you bet, man. Minnesota Maker Greg is here, hello. All right, so we got our fan duct. It goes in a section that isn't here. So what do they intend for you to do on the V6? For cooling and everything. I'm about to go look at some of these parts because there's no room for a cooling fan on here. Yeah, but what about the part cooling fan, James? Because it attaches on the bottom of that. They want you to blow on it. Well, that was helpful. Just glue a fan on it. I think we're going to have to figure that out after the fact. That might be a required print apart overnight. We can carry on though. All right, we're gonna skip that part. Let's go ahead and put the side pieces on. So those kind of run to the side. They intend for you to run through that part. Yes, they do. They want you to thread these wires through one of these side pieces. Peter Parker. Giant box fan is what I'm thinking. Yeah, Chris Schmidt, we could. There's the 3.0 and then there's a 3.1. And the 3.1, the only difference that I could find was that it's a V6 mount instead of a J-type. And now I think I'm realizing that there was probably a different fan mount for it as well, which is an add-on anyway. I have printers that didn't even come with part cooling fans, so that's not a big deal. But I would like to print some parts for tomorrow and get all that set up. No big deal. Not worried about it. Perfect. Colin Hill is here. Hello. Yes, Walter hit it just not too long ago, I believe. The printer for all these parts, 2 Prusa printers, a MatterHacker's Pulse, and Log over here, which is a MK2 clone. Mark II clone. They don't like it when I say MK2. Okay. Nuru's here. Hello, Nuru. Pete from Australia. Welcome. See you later, Brian. We'll do our best. Some crazy cable chain that goes on there. Not really worried about that yet. So we need to put a couple of these screws into our Z pieces. Brian, I'll take a shot. Hello from New Zealand. Thank you for joining the stream. Oh, I still need to put the other side piece on. And then these snap on there. Like so. Let's see which leg's gonna be which. It's like a landing pad for the space shuttle, or a launch pad, or whatever. Okay. So I want it to be that-a-wise. And then there's a cable chain thing. I want that to go right here. And then this will go that-a-ways. So this one will go over here. Now we're starting to get technical. Thingies and stuff. This blue piece is really tight. Oh, it's because it's got a piece of junk in there. There's a PETG booger, as I call them, in here. I'm going to file it out or something. I don't know what that was. Make sure I get the color scheme right. Blue on the right, green on the left. I don't want any like color part touching. I was kind of upset that I printed the Z and the Z screws the same color. I wanted a little contrast on that, but oh well. Fits. Those are going in the right direction, yeah? Yeah. Fits. Yes. Robot legs. Telling you. John is here. Hello. Greg is here. Hello. Heist. How long did it take to print? I ran anywhere from 2 to 4 printers, about 24 hours a day for around 8 days. Top brace. Done. And Tony Nunez, I think that's how you say your last name. You're not on this stream, I don't think, but thank you for alerting me that the build of the bomb was not correct. I was missing this piece, and he was nice enough from a picture to tell me, hey, you missed a piece. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. All right, now we just slide it together. The rocket ship becomes one. And I'll never see these parts again. So this one comes over here. Oh, they intend for all of this to run through this channel. One. Checking out James. James is on the YouTubes. Jason, me too, man. Welcome to the stream. I am looking forward to seeing this Benchu. Played this, well, second day. We're getting there. We're pretty close to assembled here. It does worry me a little bit that these lead screws aren't all that straight, but it is plastic after all. Yeah, the X carriage is going to. I guess it's not really the X, but it will definitely add some rigidity here. Okay. Then we put the top part on. I have to say it's an ingenious design. I commend them. Cracky crack, pop pop. Beep, beep, beep. Backing up. I'll see. That V6 mount. If I spun it, I think it'd be better. I'm just gonna run till 8 my time, James. Holy transformer. It is huge. It is crooked. I don't like it either, Walter. And what do you think? I mean, I would say this is the front of the machine, yeah? And that's how they show everything. But they show the hot end being much more centered. Maybe I'm just not thinking right. Because this does slide this way. I think it's good. I think we're okay. The top leaves something to be desired. What time is it now? 6:49. Hour and 10 minutes. She shed. That's right. Now make it print another Snappy. That's what we're going to do. Brian Morgan, hello. It is a monster. I got to find a place to put this thing. Cable chains. Crooked as a politician. Crooked, I like crooked as a dog's hind leg. "18 links," it says. Five. So, Z-hop? Yeah, we probably shouldn't use Z-hop on the. That's a good point. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that because I use Z-hop on everything. I don't know. I don't know how many of those Z-rods you could stack on top of each other. I'm the best is here. Welcome, by the way. Oops, my fault is here. Welcome. Never let the machines win is here. I missed you. I'm sorry. Hello. $12. 13, 14, 15, 16. I don't think I have 18. Oh, I have exactly 18. 17. Like they intended for that to be that way. 18. And they want you to do a what now? One of these and one of those, right? We're perfect. Not very. They're pretty loose. They move pretty good. All the parts on this were designed pretty well. Cable chain's probably the least of our worries, right? How fast can they be moved? I don't know. Table Core XY. No belts. Z-Hop just kind of ensures you don't crash. I use it by default, out of habit, really. Craig Sharp subscribed. Thank you, Craig. I am implying that I didn't follow the instructions, Mike. I know that's not usual. Actually, most of the time I follow the instructions. Sometimes I wing it. Sometimes I wing it. This is all PETG, and I think if we want to print PLA at 60C bed or whatever, I think you can. I have parts for it, and I think tomorrow, if everything goes well today, tomorrow we might come up with a solution for that and add a heated bed. Because I really do want to try to print another Snappy on this one. And it would be nice if it was successful. Not necessary, but nice. Steven the Lightspeed hasn't been subscribed to me this whole time. Or he unsubscribed just to see his name, which I'm totally okay with. Sometimes it doesn't actually do that, though. All right, James. There you go, Mendel. They're not bad. Jump on the Snappy GitHub and print out a few links. See what you think. They've just got kind of a Z cut in the back, but it does hold the wire in pretty good. Sometimes if you get Z-Hop configured just right, you can turn your retraction down. So anything anything that you would waste in retraction time, anything that you would waste by turning Z-Hop on, you might be able to get it back by tuning retraction. It's kind of a balance. And it depends on what you're printing, what part you're printing. Or if you're printing lots of little parts. As always, anything I say might be completely wrong, and your mileage may vary. Accident. Okay. All right then. Glorified glue gun. There you go. That's a good way of putting it. Where's all the 106 watchers today? Doing pretty good. What the first layer? Hello, how are you? It is a Snappy. It's like an 85%, 83%, something like that. 3D printed 3D printer. 616 Drones, how are you? Thanks for joining the stream today. I did this yesterday and I didn't do it today. But if you would like, there is the link to the build instructions if you would like to follow along or just have a peek. It's not because we should do things, my friends. It's because we can. It's because we can. Beauty. Oh, James is gone. Spool holder. There's a little thing. There it is. Yeah, it's something. I don't know about amazing, but it's something. Ramps board cover. Now, these wires over here are not going to reach my ramps. Even if we go down the center, I don't know that they'd reach my ramps. Maybe. Maybe. How far over does this thing have to go? All the way. I guess we'll find out. Will that go directly through the center? No, there's a motor in there. Pull hard, it'll stretch. Well, that's my normal method. It's gonna be kind of a trick now that everything's together. Yeah, on this one, well, we have to go to the electronics bin. I intended to use it just to Ramp's Arduino sandwich. I think there is some of those in there, but we're gonna have to find out. I'm not 100% sure what's in there. There is some type of mainboard in there that we could use. I'm not exactly sure what it was going to be yet. That's okay. We can use whatever we find. I'm not picky. Okay. Okay. What else is going on? 100mm second benchy, you and me both, Robbie Mac. Ramps are just kind of a throwback. The first layer, I know that the first layer sounds so familiar, why don't I know? I am not the best YouTube watcher.
Hi there, my name's...
Yes, I do know who you are. If I have 3 more streams to do in between now and Sunday at 5 o'clock. If we could make it work, I would. And space to keep it. No kidding. That's going to be my biggest concern. Roboting us will be so colorful. Oh, the colors, and then you get demolished. So they want my ramps holder dealy. They don't even mention an LCD screen, I don't think, in the build. I guess I'm free to put that wherever I want. Okay, I guess it's mainboard time. Let's find something to go on here. They want you to put it up like that, which is kind of cool, actually. Okay. This box is getting ridiculous. All right. Here's a screen well, that's not opened. Here's a screen we can use. We're going to go full graphics on this guy. That's an Uno. You don't want that. We're not going to put an ARM board on there. Here's a shield. A shield that has blade fuses on it, which is always handy. I'd like to have a real Arduino. I think I have a real one somewhere. That one's fake. And it doesn't have 5 volt on it. What else? What's this one? This one's already assembled. This is a fake Arduino. I thought I had a couple more real ones somewhere. Real meaning made in Italy. Maybe not. We might have to go with that one. Okay, because I shelled one the other day. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I had let the smoke out on one not too long ago. Let's go with that for now. Okay. Oh, I don't know if it's good or bad to have all those parts in a box. A lot of that stuff doesn't even work. It's all the stuff that I burned up trying to make printers work. There are some good things in there that I probably ought to put in another box, but there's no jumpers on this. That's going to take forever. Where are all the jumpers? I put them in a sack the other day. I remember. Motor driver sack, maybe? What did I do with all this? I was standing here. No LEDs or disco balls. Elliot VBR, thank you for the subscription. Much appreciated. We taught the robots to make more robots. I know a guy who knows a guy. No. Yeah, I don't know how many countless bad ramps and this and that. Fade to flashback. We all have a box of shame. Thank you. I have that box of shame, and then I have the ones that are actually crispy fried over here. That I know, don't try to use those anymore. Okay. Where did those jumpers go? I was working on 2130s. I was standing there because on 2130s, you have to pull all the jumpers off. And then I put them all in a bag with something else and told myself, hey, if you need jumpers, they're in this bag. Aha, now I remember. They're in with the jumper wires. I thought that made sense at the time. Who knew? Yep. Wow. Can't believe I remembered that. I know. You could tell me, Mike. You're a great resource for that. And believe me, I've told you this before, but it is appreciated because, well, you know how I do things. A little haphazard sometimes, but hey. Why I felt the need to stick them in here, I don't know. Shane from Prusa Research is here. Hello, Shane. How are you? YouTube never gets my reminders. So people that are on YouTube and do YouTube videos and streams, so when you go to your live settings and you set up a stream, it has the button on the screen, the little preview screen that says reminder off and on. When I hit reminder on, it never sends anything out. Like sometimes I'll see, hey, so-and-so is going to be live in 30 minutes. Mine has never done that ever. And I don't know why. So it's got to be me, right? I did something wrong. Because it usually is. Ground and direction. Hopefully all these drivers are good. Ramps never fits quite right.
Keep up the good work on the channel. Have a beer on me.
Jason, thank you very much for the $5 tip. That is really appreciated, and I will do my best to keep this up. I will do my best. It's folks like you that keep me going, and all of you, of course. But I'm glad you like the content. These drivers, I swear. Well, it doesn't have a thing on it. There we go. Nope, you don't want that one. That's a 8825. There we go. Drivers are on. Awesome. Always blame the user. Hey, Scott Hackmonkey is here. Hello, how are you? You started getting notification for videos you watched a couple weeks ago. Way to go, Windows. Lighted switches backwards. I've done so many bad things to the poor Mega. What makes more sense? Probably out that way. Okay. Remind me next time where the jumper things are. They're with the jumper wires. Hopefully those drivers are good and we don't have to dig anything else out of there. This one even has a 12 volt. Of course, it doesn't tell me which side's which.
Let's get him closer to a case of beer or bottle of liquor.
1910, thank you very much for the $10 tip, as well as Chad Williams. Thank you very much.
Thanks for all your help. You rock.
Thank you. Thank you for the tip. I am more than happy to help, and I'm glad I could help you. But thank you for the tip. That is always appreciated. Active cooling on the board, not quite yet. We'll see if it even makes a printer yet, and then maybe we'll do something like that. But nah, no active cooling needed on this guy yet. These are A4988 clones, and they run pretty well without it. Especially since we don't have a heated bed at the moment. We should be just okay. I think I'm all done. with the directions. I'm just winging the wiring now. What? Oh, one of these is thermistor and one of these is fan. Too bad they're the same color. I actually got it right the first time. Nice. I was guessing. What we get? Dish125DB. Just subscribe. Thank you very much for your subscription. Okay, this is extruder motor. Is there any other motors running through there? No, there is not. This one is X. This one is, where's the short one? There's the short one. Z2. And the really, really long one should be Z1, right? This is Z1. I do believe that I will convert. We'll see how it runs, but there's really no need to use two drivers for this. I would much rather convert it to use the dual, to do serial Z, like everything else in the free world. I don't like where this end stop location is going to be, but I think we're going to have to lengthen quite a few of these wires. This is supposedly what? That's Y. No, blue is, yeah, blue is Y. So this is the Y motor. The red one is, put a black one. Black one is this one. I have to add a couple of connectors. I forgot about that. This one is X. And then I need to make a couple of DuPont connectors. Is that everything else, though? We need to flash it. Other than that, yeah. That's everything, other than power. Cool. Okay, where are we at? High temp PNG, yeah. Print pizza with it. Definitely, definitely. Sorry, they come in order. I should have held off on the Snappy, so I could have done 2130s faster. Smooth. Laser end stops. Okay, I need to make a couple of connectors real quick. We can do that. And then we'll get some power on it. We'll see if it moves around. I think tomorrow, with any luck, we will have a benchy. Oh, the wiring is even going to be messy for me. Tomorrow. Survive the snap. Howard the Duck. That is a movie that I haven't seen in a while. This wire is actually just a little bit too small for those connectors, but it'll work. It'll work. Now you're singing Annie. It's only a benchy away. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. One connector down. This will be our, I think in the diagram they have minimum and maximum use for both sides of those end stops, I believe. So let's call this one minimum. I really shouldn't be using these types of connectors on here, but it's quick. So that'd be min, max, min. I always have to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 and 6 should be min and max. 5 is minimum and 6 is maximum. All right, these yellows are really short. They might do. Teresa, hello. Nasty cable management, it is. We haven't even begun to manage. Thanks for everybody coming back on day 2. Appreciate that. There will always be squirrels. I don't know exactly how many hours, but I can tell you it was anywhere from 2 to 4 printers, 24 hours a day for around 7 or 8 days. I want to say it was close to 5 full spools of filament, 4.5 maybe, somewhere in there, including a couple failures, of course. Failures are always an option. Okay, and connector 2, done. And we'll call this one, if it'll reach, we'll call this one maximum Z. We're going to have to add some length to these tomorrow. Maximum Z. Isn't that like an 80s action movie? If it isn't, it should be. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 See what you're doing there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Marlin for ramps. Okay. What we got? What we got? I'll be the judge if this is good Marlin or not. I really don't care if it's good Marlin or not. What? I need a cable. Oh, flashy, flashy. That's good. Compiling. Hopefully it doesn't kill my stream to compile. I think it's okay. Good. Maximum overtemp. Wingman of distraction. Chaos cable management. That's right. We are there to be popcorn. Oh, I got an error. Pins for chip not defined Arduino. That don't make any sense at all. Oh, it's because it defaulted to an Uno when it came up. Well, I guess that's an easy fix anyway. I've never compiled for an Uno on this PC, so that's kind of odd. Ben, howdy. Welcome back. We're still building. Building, building. This is my Fun King LCD holder. Fits like a glove. There's a little thing. This is pretty ingenious, I have to say. They print in place. There's a button for the reset. You just have to free it. Really cool. You just push it out, good to go. That's a nice touch. I dig that. You know, one thing I didn't print for this whole mess, and how could I forget? I didn't print a knob for the control screen. Why am I even on YouTube? Compiling, compiling. Snap, and something flew off. It was plastic, so I'm okay with it. How about some cables? That one is really long and that one is really short. Let's go with these. Uploading, that's a good sign. I have to find a smart adapter as well. I forgot about that. Uploading still, that's a good sign. We're gonna need some power eventually. We'll go with this. Safety squints, exactly. It's gonna be pretty hard to level. From the box of shame. They usually do come with one, that little blue one. There's probably one floating around in there somewhere. Okay, so we had an AVR communication timeout. That probably means I have a terrible board. Let's see what Device Mangler has to say about it. It probably calls it like a ramps or something, and it should call it No, it's calling it CH340. COM4. Let's try it again just for fun. It acts like it's communicating, but no go. Increase your wait time. I can do that. Thank you, Carl. Hey, thanks for joining the stream. Steal it off of Prusa. I need some power wires. Nope, timeout. Timeout with programmer. Where is wait timeout here? Serial. I haven't done that in a minute. Board info, programmer. Wait for it. It's usually the first problem, I know. Nacho is here. Hello. It does have a bootloader. Hog, test it with Blink first. We can do that. It looks like Blink's going to time out too. I either have a driver problem or that's a bad board. The computer does recognize it though. I'm getting some power wire. I think it's going to time out too. I need one of these. Yep, it timed out too. Bad USB cable? I always forget about that one. Sometimes it activates the chip. Sometimes if you reset them mid-flight, that'll kick them over as well. I've had that happen before. That's usually like though if there's a bad serial interface or something. I didn't plug that in yet, did I? Well, we're almost ready to go. If we can get some code on here. Let's try another cable. It's always something. And then we'll try another board. I don't think, if you printed PLA like 60 degrees, I don't think you'd melt PETG holders. We're going to find out. Yeah, BFH. This one's getting ready to go in the bin. The hammer bin. No belts. No belts. It's all direct drive on the part, on the actual printed part. Yeah, that one's airing out as well. Let's just as a last ditch effort here, let's reinstall CH340. Driver install success. You gotta love Windows. I reinstall CH340, uploads in like half a second. Gotta love Windows. I think a heat bed is possible. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. There's these mounts that replace these glass holders that you can use the standard screw and spring, or you could use some standoffs if you wanted to. I might have some standoffs. But anyway, we're gonna try to mount a 214 on here. For the first run, I think we'll just put a glass sheet down. See what we got. Done uploading. Okay. Let's see if we can connect with Pronterface. It communicates. So, are we ready for this? Are we ready for this? You want to plug it in? I don't know. Kind of nervous. I only have the outside 2 power plugs on. But I think that's all I need unless I need a heated bed. And those ramps boards are probably fused anyway. The terminals are fused. Hotends fan came on. Ron Floyd, hey Ron, you are just in time for some magic, my friend. Drum roll, please. Oh, it moves. Holy crap. Check it out. How about Z? One side of Z moves. Or are they moving in opposite directions? Don't break, don't break, don't break. One of the Z motors moves, the other one does not. So I'm going to switch over to duplicate Z like I want to anyway. Felt something move there. It's moving. It's moving. Okay. So let's try that again, I guess. Okay. I hear creaking. That's making me nervous. Very interesting. Okay, so I'm not sure what I should try now. How about X home? X seemed to be moving pretty good. Let's see if X will go home. Okay, but that definitely did not trigger an end-stop switch. It just bottomed out. Unless it just eventually triggered it, maybe. Or maybe it thinks home is on the opposite side. Don't break, don't break. It needs a lot of things. Don't break, don't break. That's me. Okay. So we need to, there's a few things. So that is homed on Y. All the way back, should come all the way this way. Okay, so Y is flip-flopped. So let's fix that right now. Okay, fixed. So let's home Y again. Y homes beautifully. That's awesome. Y moves awesome. That's incredible. Okay, Y is good. Y is good. End stop's working good. Now the end stop for X is underneath down here. Let's kick X over so we can take a look at that and make sure it's triggering. Where is it? It's down in here, buried. Maybe wires might be in the way. Make sure it's on the right pins. I don't trust myself. Let's move Y back again so maybe I can see better. There's a lot of plastic in between here and there. It's a Lego printer, yeah. It might as well be. Way behind your streams and videos, I know. I didn't put a switch on it yet. Nope, not yet. I've got a power strip over there. Okay. So maybe if we go a little bit further. Z is the one I'm real worried about, but I would like to get this working first. So there's the switch. So that isn't correct. So the end stop switch, it should home over there. But the end stop switch is facing the other direction. So either I did not do the directions correctly, which is possible, or I mean, I guess it could home anywhere it wanted, but I definitely want it to home over there. So I think we're gonna have to get in there and flip that end stop switch. That's not a huge deal, I guess, since nothing's really glued. But okay, so okay, we can do with that for now. Yeah, because we definitely want that to home here. And we want that to hit this end stop. So that's definitely going to be flipped. Let's work on Z now. Yeah. Yeah, they're not terrible. Hold on. It's going to have to be homed before I can do much more, unfortunately. I can't believe this works at all. It sounds terrible when Z's moving. It makes me really nervous. But, I mean, it's doing it. Can you believe this? Now we really need to know if the extruder's turning in the right direction. What do you bet this has cold extrusion on it? Meh? 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 Nah. I had a thought there for a moment. Never mind. What are you doing, printer? It homed on its own when I heated it up. We don't want to see it melt. It does have cold extrusion enabled. No bed yet. I got a piece of glass though. This is going to be our bed. For this test run. I can smell it heating up. Alright, extruder's moving in the opposite direction. Fixed. It's pulling it through. It's alive, sort of. We're getting ready to see it extrude its first filament here. Oh, it had orange in there before. Nice. It's extruding, folks. It's extruding. I got it done a little faster than I thought I was going to, Ryan, that's for sure. I need to find a little adapter for our LCD screen. I think we about got this. I think we're going to be printing tomorrow. So I need to correct that end stop that's in there. I need to flip it around 180. And I need to go back and look at the directions and see if it told me to do that. Because if it did, it certainly wasn't clear. Well, yeah, it did. It says this whole thing should be on the other side. So all I really need to do is separate it here and spin this one. Or just flip the end stop over to this side. So it's not a huge deal. We can do that. 10-minute fix. 10-minute fix. All right, back to my adapter thing. Ryan C is back. Got lots done. It's already extruding plastic. My work here is done. We got it. We got it. Now I just need a smart adapter thingy. There's one. I don't know if the LCD screen is enabled on these by default or not. Let's just see. It is not. Cool. Well, I'm happy. I'm happy. With my Snappy. Let's, for our finishing move for the evening, let's enable the LCD screen and reboot it. Oh, it is enabled. Well, then let's just reboot and see what it does. Oh, the contrast is just really off. It's not a very good screen. Where's my camera thing? Whoop. Nice. Yeah, this isn't a very good screen. Snappy 3 is ready. Where's that flat blade at? There it is. Well, a terrible screen for a not so great printer. It'll work. I don't even know if you can see that on camera. Kinda. Let's see if it has a boot screen. Nope, just Marlin. Cool. A lot more stuff works than I thought it was going to. I can tell you that. Should probably let that fan run a bit. Well, that was a pretty eventful day. Pretty eventful day. Snappy is alive. Clapping. All right. Obviously it needs more power. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that. So tomorrow, the plan is for tomorrow, we will flip that end stop switch around. So we got to take some stuff apart, but we didn't glue anything, so that's good. We will put some glue stick on, and we're going to print something. I think we can do this. I think we can do this. Oh, too many emojis. I got to turn that thing off. Sorry, Ron. So we're going to do this. All right, we're going to call it for today. Thank you, everyone, again, for joining the stream and joining the stream yesterday and watching me do this project that we probably shouldn't be doing, but I thought it'd be a lot of fun. And it has. It's been fun. And this is a monstrosity, but I love it. I really do. I like this thing. Okay, that's it for tonight. We will see you tomorrow for the conclusion of the Snappy, and we'll see you on Sunday for a couple of streams, which are going to be awesome as well. So, you're welcome, Robbie Mac. Night all. See you tomorrow.